Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.com.
Good morning students. In this session we are going to discuss D and L configurations of amino acids. So what is the D configuration? What is the L configuration? Already I said in my previous session, glycine, it's not a alpha amino acids already clearly because of the all alpha amino acids of the proteins asymmetrical arrangement. Now see here asymmetrical mean the chiral carbon or the carbon contain different groups of the chemicals or different groups, that is called asymmetrical, but all alpha amino acids are asymmetrical position, but the glycine na NH glycine is symmetrical position, except glycine all alpha amino acids are the asymmetrical position. So based on this information, the amino acids are two types. One is the dextrorotatory, D stands for dextrorotatory amino acid, L stands for levorotatory amino acid. So there are two different type of the amino acids are there, dextrorotatory and levorotatory. First one is dextrorotatory. What is the dextrorotatory amino acid? In an amino acid, the NH2 group present in the right hand side, it is called dextrorotatory amino acid. Now we will see this one, D-alanine. This compound name is alanine, but here NH2 group is present in the right side. That's why dextrorotatory alanine amino acid. Understood, Ashinana? See Nana carefully. If any one of the amino acid NH2 group right side is present, that is called dextrorotatory compound, dextrorotatory amino acid. So now in this example, in aniline, NH2 group is the right side is there, and moreover, you know, this is alpha amino acid. This alpha amino acid is asymmetric, not asymmetric, because of here COOH, here H, here CH3, NH2, all different groups are there. So D-alanine is a asymmetrical chiral carbon is there, and is also dextrorotatory amino acid, dextrorotatory amino acids. It's clear, ma? Now levo amino acid, L amino acid, levo amino acid. In an amino acid, the NH2 group present in the left hand side irkana, that is called levo amino acid. Now see here, NH is not okay ma? Now see here, levo amino acid. Levo amino acid means NH2 group is the left hand side is na levo amino acid. It's clear, ma? So this compound name is the L-alanine, because of left side NH2 group is there, this compound name is the L-alanine. So these are the dextrorotatory amino acid or levorotatory amino acid. Dextro means the NH2 group present in the right hand side, that is called dextrorotatory amino acid. Levorotatory amino acid means the NH2 group present in the left hand side, that is called levo amino acid. Next, another one is important one, isoelectric point. It's important, Nana. Isoelectric point. An amino acid existed as a positive ion in the acidic medium, you know that very well, and also negative ion in the basic medium. This both information you know that very well, because of already in my previous video I clearly to explain this concept. So amino acid existed as a positive ion in the acidic medium and and as a negative ion in the basic medium. Now this information see carefully. therefore and passing electrical current, it will be migrated towards the cathode in acidic medium and towards the anode in the basic solution. That is most important. Whenever electrical current passes, therefore passing a electrical current, it will be migrated to cathode side in acidic medium and towards the anode side in the basic medium in a particular pH of the solution. So some amino acid passes the electricity in a aqueous solution. So in acidic medium it's migrated to cathode side and basic medium is migrated to anode side in a particular pH of the solution. Which one? Amino acid. But the amino acids molecule should not migrated either cathode side or anode side, that existed as a neutral dipole ion, that pH known as a isoelectric point. See now, my dear students, listen carefully. ஒரு solution இருக்கு. அந்த solutionలో amino acid migrated to, after passing the electricity, amino acid migrated to cathode side or amino acid migrated to the anode side. In acidic medium, cathode side is migrated, amino acid is migrated to cathode side in the acidic medium. Similarly, amino acid migrated to anode side in the basic medium. General process da. But sometimes some amino acid does not migrate to cathode side, does not migrate to anode side. That particular pH point, is known as isoelectric point. Isoelectric point na amino acid is not migrated to anode and cathode after passing of the electricity. That point is called commonly isoelectric point. Isoelectric point depends on the functional group, ammonia group or otherwise carboxylic acid group. So the electrical point depends on the functional group. So isoelectrical point, neutral amino acid value, most important. The isoelectric point of neutral amino acid isoelectric point. It means here, what is isoelectric point? Amino acid does not migrate to the cathode side and anode side. That pH solution is called isoelectric point. The isoelectric point of the neutral amino acid 5.5 to 6.3. Acidic amino acid pH is less than 7. Basic amino acid pH greater than 7. Okay ma? So this is the isoelectrical point. Now we are going to start peptide and peptide bond. Okay my dear students, now peptide and peptide bond. So it's a very important part in amino acids, peptide and peptide bonds. What is a peptide? The compounds obtained by the condensation of two or more same or different alpha amino acids are called peptide. So what is a peptide? The compound is obtained by the condensation of either two category of alpha amino acids or different category, same and or different. Two or more and same or different alpha amino acids are called peptide. That's word name is a peptide, not peptide bond, it's a peptide. Once again, what is a peptide, my dear students? The compound obtained by the condensation of two or more alpha amino acids or same or different amino acids are called peptide. அப்போ dipeptide என்னன்னா, the peptide formed by condensation of the two same or different dipeptide means the peptide formed by condensation of two same alpha amino acids or two different alpha amino acids are called dipeptide. அப்போ tripeptide என்னன்னா, the peptide formed by condensation of the three same or different alpha amino acids are called tripeptide. So this is the peptide. Once again I repeated an important one mark point of view, define peptide. So the compound, simple thing nana, alpha amino acid, same category of the alpha amino acids or different category of the alpha amino acids, or two or more amino acids are condensation to form one bond. That bond is nothing but that pronunciation is nothing but peptide. Okay na? Polypeptide na, another polypeptide, the peptide bond is obtained by the condensation of large number of alpha amino acid. So large number of alpha amino acid, that is called polypeptide. The best example, proteins. Proteins are polypeptide bonds. Number of the peptide bonds are present in the proteins. Number of the peptide bonds are present in the proteins. Okay Nana? Now peptide bond, இப்போ the peptide is completed, dipeptide, tripeptide, polypeptide. Now peptide bond, this is the most important peptide bond. Two amino acids combined when water molecule is removed to form CONH bond, that is called peptide bond. Important thambi. If two amino acids approaching to each other or two amino acids are combined, immediately what happen? One water molecule is eliminated, one water molecule is deleted, hence CONH bond is formed. That CONH bond is called peptide bond. So don't confusion, peptide means two or more amino acid or same or different amino acid connected together, that is called peptide. Peptide bond enna, if the two or more amino acid combined together, water molecule is eliminated. After water molecule elimination, CONH bond is formed. That CONH bond name is a peptide bond. That CONH bond name is a peptide bond. Now see here the best example. This is the scene. This is one amino acid, this is one amino acid, CNH2, CHR, COOH. This is one amino acid, and one more amino acid, COOH, CHR, NH2. Up NH, from the first amino acid carboxylic acid and second amino acid amine group, water molecule is eliminated. So from COOH, OH group, from NH2, H group is eliminated, water molecule eliminated, hence see down, NH2 as usual, this one, CHR, CONH bond is formed, CONH bond. That's why it is a dipeptide. Why called dipeptide? Two amino acids are involved in this condensation process, hence to form CONH bond. This is called peptide bond. So this kind of number of peptide bonds are present in the protein. That's why in protein polypeptide chains are there. So this kind of CONH kind of number of the polypeptide bonds are present in the protein. For example, hemoglobin, it is one of the best protein in our human body. In hemoglobin, 574 amino acids are there. 574 amino acid to form 573 peptide bonds. 573 peptide bonds. That's why it's a polypeptide. Polypeptide proteins, all proteins are polypeptide bonds. Now here see Nana, what is a peptide bond? Two or more amino acid, or simply first one is peptide bond means two amino acid combined when water molecule is removed to form CONH bond. That CONH bond is called peptide bond. In proteins, all proteins are polypeptide bonds. Generally, most of the proteins are the polypeptide bonds. Now here see Nana, example, dipeptide example, alagli. This is simply represented in shortcut words, alagli. Alagli means, or another name is alanine glycine. Alanine glycine means alanine one amino acid, one glycine is another amino acid. If the glycine and alanine both of them combine together to remove of one water molecule, hence CONH bond is formed. This bond name is the alanyl glycine. Alanyl glycine because of the two amino acids are there. Alanine glycine means two amino acids are there. Now see here, glycine formula CH2 NH2 COOH. It is a symmetrical, not asymmetrical, because of here CH2 two hydrogen is there. Glycine and alanine, both of them connected together. Hence, to remove off one water molecule, finally alanine glycine is formed. This is a dipeptide. Okay, my dear students, already see tripeptide bonds. Tripeptide bonds is nothing but if the three amino acids are condensed to each other, hence to form two different CONH bonds. For example, see here, this is the one peptide bond, this is one peptide bond, and after remove of the water molecule, finally three amino acids. So this is one amino acid, already here water molecule eliminated, I didn't mention here, but this is one amino acid, this is also one amino acid, this is one amino acid. Three amino acids are connected together to remove of the two water molecule and to form two CONH bond. This is one CONH bond, this is CONH bond. See now here NH2CHR CONH, this is a CONH. Upper here CHR CONH and CHR COH. It is a triple bond. Triple bond is nothing but three amino acids are connected together hence to form two COH bond and two COH bonds. Is it clear, ma? Next one, the best example in the tripeptide bond, glycyl aniline glycyl na three amino acid, one amino acid is a glycine, another amino acid is aniline, and one more amino acid is also glycine. So this three combination, glycine, aniline and glycine. So now see here, this is the glycine formula, NH2CH2COOH plus aniline formula, NH2CH3COOH plus one more glycine formula. So now see here, three different type of the amino acids are connected together to remove 2 moles of water molecule. Hence what happened? Two CONH bonds are formed. It's nothing but two peptide bonds are formed. So finally this is the form. This is a protein, one kind of the protein. This protein name is a gly. So combination. It is not a protein, it is a combination. Three amino acids are connected together. Gly. The shortcut form of this amino acid name gly. This is the tripeptide bond. Actually, my dear students, the number of peptide bonds among the n amino acid is calculated by n-1 formula. Write down this one. I didn't mention here. So once again, the number of peptide bonds among the n amino acid is equal to n-1. For example, 10 amino acids are involved in the condensation. 9 peptide bonds are there. 20 amino acids involved in the condensation. 19 peptide bonds are formed. So that's why, my dear students, the number of peptide bonds among the n number of the amino acids is equal to n-1. Next one, polypeptide bond na large number of amino acids may be condensed together to form polypeptide bond. This is the polypeptide bond because of the number of peptide bonds are there. Okay, ma? So now here already informed how to calculate number of the peptide bonds. The number of the peptide bonds among the n number of amino acids, n-1 formula. Now see here, this is the complete information regarding to the peptide bonds. Polypeptide bonds, dipeptide bonds, tripeptide bonds or peptide bonds. Now classification of protein. This is a different, proteins are polypeptide bond. Based on that information, proteins are the polypeptide bond. Based on that information, proteins again two types, Nana. Number one, fibrous proteins. Number two, globular proteins. So now see here, classification of the protein. Proteins may be considered as the long polymeric of amino acid linked together by the peptide bonds. That's why based on that information, polypeptide bonds, actually proteins are polypeptide bond. Based on this information, proteins are two types, fibrous proteins and second one is a globular protein. First of all, fibrous proteins. In this type of the proteins, polypeptide chain, listen carefully, in this type of the proteins, polypeptide chain parallelly linked through peptide bonds, in which polypeptide chain are attached to the through hydrogen bond or disulfide bond. Romba important point thambi, fibrous protein lo intermolecular hydrogen bond, strong intermolecular hydrogen bonds are present here, where in the fibrous protein. For example, see, this is the polypeptide chain, this is the polypeptide chain. In between of the polypeptide chain, hydrogen bonding or disulfide bonds are there, that is belonging to the fibrous protein, that is belonging to the fibrous protein. Now the characteristics of the fibrous proteins are, is a thread-like structure. These proteins possess thread-like structure, insoluble in water. They are stable to moderated changes the temperature and pH. Best examples are from the fibrous protein, keratin, fibrin, myosin. Keratin where is present in human body? Skin, hair, nail, wool. And fibrin is a silk and myosin is a muscular or muscles. Okay ma? These are the fibrous protein category. Next, second one is a globular protein. Globular